What happens if Micron delays its transition to advanced foundry processes? Could this decision cause Micron to fall behind Samsung and SK Hynix in the high-stakes HBM memory race? And what if, at the same time, NVIDIA, the world's most valuable chip company, becomes dangerously dependent on just two customers for nearly 40% of its sales? Is the global AI revolution standing on shaky ground, or are these moves part of a larger strategy that could reshape the semiconductor industry forever? Before we dive in, wherever you are watching from in the world, welcome to Scop AI. If you want deep analysis and documentary-style breakdowns of the latest AI and chip industry developments, make sure to subscribe and continue with this video. In the race to power the next generation of AI, HBM, high bandwidth memory, is king. Up until HBM 3E, base dies were built using DRAM processes, but DRAM technology is reaching its limits in terms of speed, power efficiency, and signal integrity. That's why Samsung and SK Hynix are shifting base die manufacturing to advanced foundry FinFET processes starting with HBM4. This move is designed to overcome heat, reduce signal delay, and improve energy efficiency, all of which are super critical for AI workloads. But Micron has taken a cautious stance. According to South Korea's Digital Daily, Micron plans to stick with DRAM-based production until HBM4 and only move to foundry processes with HBM4E. Analysts warn this delay could put Micron at a disadvantage. Why? Because GPU giants like NVIDIA and AMD already demand performance levels that DRAM-based processes just can't sustain. Falling behind here doesn't just mean higher costs, it could mean losing relevance in the AI memory race. And speaking of costs, outsourcing to foundries like TSMC isn't cheap. Business Post reports that advanced logic dies may account for as much as 20% of HBM4 production costs. Samsung, which can leverage more in-house capabilities, could gain a cost advantage that squeezes its rivals. So the question is clear: if Micron delays too long, will it sacrifice competitiveness just to save money today? Now let's shift from memory makers to NVIDIA itself. According to NVIDIA's SEC filing, two direct customers accounted for a staggering 39% of its total revenue in the July quarter. Just 1 year earlier, this number was only 25%. CNBC reports that customer A alone contributed 23% of total revenue, while customer B added another 16%. So who are these mysterious customers, you might wonder? The speculation, it seems, points to major original design manufacturers and original equipment manufacturers. We're talking about big names like Foxconn, Quanta, or even system integrators such as Dell. These are the folks who then sell to cloud providers like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Oracle. Quite a lineup, isn't it? But here's the problem we need to consider. If two customers dominate nearly 40% of sales, NVIDIA's exposure risk skyrockets. Any shift in demand, pricing disputes, or supply chain tensions with these partners could ripple through NVIDIA's entire business model. It's a precarious situation, to say the least. At the same time, there's another challenge on the horizon. NVIDIA's China revenue has dropped sharply, from 12.5% to just 5.9% in a single quarter. This leaves NVIDIA increasingly reliant on US and global cloud giants. Quite the dramatic shift, wouldn't you agree? While this concentration underscores NVIDIA's dominance, it also raises a critical question. Is NVIDIA building an empire on a foundation that could crumble if just two customers change course? When you connect these two stories, a fascinating picture emerges. On one side, Micron risks being left behind in the HBM battle, while Samsung and SK Hynix race forward to meet the needs of NVIDIA and AMD. On the other, NVIDIA itself is walking a tightrope, capturing massive growth, but increasingly dependent on just a handful of direct customers. And here's the twist: both challenges intersect. Because NVIDIA's demand for next-generation GPUs is what drives memory innovation in the first place. If NVIDIA stumbles due to client concentration risks, the ripple effect could impact the entire supply chain, from Micron to Samsung to SK Hynix. The semiconductor industry today is not just about chips. It's about strategic risks, shifting alliances, and the balance between cost, performance, and dependency. So we must ask ourselves, what happens if Micron fails to catch up in time? And what happens if NVIDIA's top two customers decide to change direction? Could the entire AI boom slow down? Or are we simply witnessing the growing pains of an industry destined to reshape the world? One thing is certain, the global chip war is only heating up. What do you think? Is NVIDIA taking on too much risk? Or is Micron the one making a dangerous bet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more in-depth analysis of the chip and AI revolution, don't forget to subscribe to Scop AI.